removing access to some of its classic movies, including Peter Pan, Dumbo, Swiss Family Robinson, and even the Aristocats. The company says the film contains racist stereotypes not suitable for children under 7 years old. Let's ask our panel if woke culture is going too far here. George, let me start with you. You've mentioned Santa Claus a couple of times. Is Santa next? Who's next?
Well, as someone who dressed up as Peter Pan as a little boy and that's my favorite Disney movie, I'm definitely full-throatedly against some of the cancel, erasure, woke culture that's generating these kind of things. Yes, we can put these in historical context. Yes, there are things that are not what you would have in our modern society today is something that everyone's going to approve of, but this is great art, it's great culture, and trying to diminish it out of political correctness is just not a good move, and it shows we don't have enough serious things to talk about because this is very non-serious.
Yeah, Anna, let me ask you, recently Disney thanked, after the movie Mulan, in their credits, they thanked Xinjiang in China, which, as many of our viewers know, is actually the home to where the prison camps are for the Uyghur Muslims. Is Disney being hypocritical here in going after some of their old classics while ignoring some of their current, let's say, business interests?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think what's more disturbing is that a lot of this cancel culture is being pushed by white liberals that do not like even outspoken minorities like myself. And I can tell you that, when you look at what they're doing, they're even going after now Speedy Gonzalez, who was, in my, at least growing up, something that I, as a Hispanic American, really identified with. It was a cool mouse, and it went on all these adventures. But the point is that they're removing books, they're removing cartoons, they're removing movies. And the only people that tend to do that are people that are not good guys. I challenge the viewers now, name one time in history where you saw this happen and ended well for the people on the other side. So if you want my advice, go buy VHS. I'm sure you can still find them at the local Goodwill, but keep it for your kids in the future because this is a part of American history.
Yeah, Bob, that's a great point. Heather brings up, that's a great point that Anna brings up right there regarding books and removing books from shelves. And I think it remembers. So, I mean, what do you think about this?
Well, it's crazy. I'm tired of everybody else being my parent. Okay? I can be the parent. In fact, I am a parent. And I've exposed my girls to certain things along the way. And when it's inappropriate, I make sure that's clear and they aren't exposed to it. And then I have them think like adults and be able to see certain things that aren't right. I don't need Disney Plus deciding this isn't reference. I get it. And Anna, my wife's Hispanic too. I was asking her the other day, when you saw Speedy Gonzalez, what did you think? He's funny. He's a great little character. He's a fun character. Nobody took it so seriously, and it's gotten crazy, Andrew. I mean, give me a break. I can figure these things out. Are there situations or characters that are stereotypical? Yes. Let's learn from that, but we don't have to throw everything out. We'll have nothing at all left to watch.
Yeah, Heather, doesn't this set up a deeper conversation that you can have with your kids, as Bob had mentioned, in terms of what our values are, what your values are as parents, and how you want to raise your children?
I mean, it does set up that opportunity, but specifically when we're talking about the Disney movies right now, Dumbo and Peter Pan, and we're talking about kids that are, 5 years old and younger is who they cut them off for. These kids are supposed to be happy and enjoying life right now. They're not thinking about all of these negative things that these adults are putting into their heads. Let them enjoy being a child, especially when you're 5 years old. And I just think that it's going down this road when it comes to books. We've got Dr. Seuss books, then higher up the chain, they're talking about Shakespeare, and then the videos and the movies. It's just a really bad precedent. We can't just delete history.
Yeah, and what I think about when I hear all this and what's going on with whether it be the Harry and Meghan interview that just happened or Dr. Seuss or now Disney, what are we missing? What's going on while this is distracting all of us right here? And obviously, as we mentioned in the last couple of segments between the COVID relief bill and H.R. 1 right here, this is a great distraction in terms of a topic that is important, but certainly not as important as some of these other issues that are going on right now on the House floor.
Yeah, Andrew, these people, these woke people, they're the last people I think should be my parent. Okay, so I don't like them acting as my parent.
If I can interject too real quick, I mean, these are the same people that are saying that, Beyonce and Cardi B have the best rap lyrics and are giving out awards and having these little kids film TikTok videos, yet you're literally removing minority representation from cartoons, from books. So if we're moving all the minority representation, what are we left with? And I think that that ideology in itself is dangerous. It removes precedence for there being humor in society. And I think at the end of the day, just like you had mentioned earlier, we have to start saying no. I mean, at a certain point, label this as art, and then they'll say it's okay.
Yeah, how about the leading song this year, right? I won't mention what it is, from Cardi B. I can't mention what it is. That's okay. Right, Andrew?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
All right. We're going to take another break, come back, and talk about the crisis at the border. We're talking immigration as the numbers continue to increase. By some measures, tenfold right now, the flow to the border. Joe Biden saying it's still not a crisis. The administration not admitting that. We'll be discussing that next on American Agenda.